In our final tutorial, we will write the equation for a polynomial given its roots. So let's flip over to our final two examples, 7 and 8. This is where we're going to work backwards. I'm giving you the answers. There are three answers, three roots, three solutions. I would like for you to tell me what the polynomial function must have been. So if you think about what we did in the previous tutorial, right before we had our answers, we had factors. So why don't we take our answers, our roots, and convert them to factors to begin to go backwards. If 3 is one of our answers, then x minus 3 is a factor. If negative 2 is one of our answers, then x plus 2 is one of our factors. And if 1 is one of our answers, then x minus 1 is one of our factors. All you have to do is do x minus your roots, and then you have your factors. Now all we have to do is multiply this all together. Now, of course, you cannot multiply three binomials together all in one step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the second two binomials. I'm going to FOIL these together first. I'm going to leave the x minus 3 alone for a minute. Let's FOIL these together first. So I do x times x, of course, is x squared. X times negative 1 is negative x. 2 times x is 2x. I'm going to kind of stack it up with my like terms. And 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Let's add all this together, and I get x squared plus x minus 2. So that's the second two factors FOILed together, multiplied together. Now I'm going to multiply that by this x minus 3 factor that I'm not going to forget is there. And now I will have my answer once I multiply these together. Now this is it's not technically FOIL because it's actually 6 products. This x has to multiply here and here and here. So let's do x times x squared is x cubed. X times x is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. Next, we have to multiply the negative 3 here and here and here. It's like a triple distribution. So negative 3 times x squared, I'm going to be smart and put it right underneath its like term, because I'm going to have to add like terms anyway, might as well line them up. So negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. And that conveniently goes underneath its like term. And then negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6. So all we have to do is draw a line and add all this together. And let's give a good name for this function. Let's call it p of x. We haven't used p of x in a while. So we've got the x cubed. X squared minus 3x squared gives me negative 2x squared. Negative 2x, take away 3 more, is negative 5x. And then, of course, plus 6. And that is the polynomial that would have these three roots. And those are our steps. We're going to take the roots, convert them to factors, and then multiply all the factors together. I like to multiply the second two parentheses together first, and then take the first factor and triple distribute it into that. Get all our like terms together and put it in nice standard form. Let's do that for our final example. If 1/2 is one of our roots, then x minus 1/2 is its factor. If 4 is a root, then x minus 4. And if negative 1/3 is our root, then x plus 1/3 would be its factor. Now, I really don't like to deal with these fractions if I don't have to. X minus 1/2, yeah, technically, sure, that's the factor for the root of 1/2. But really what we like to do is attach that 2 to the x and make that factor 2x minus 1. That is the factor that we've dealt with before, that the root would be 1/2. X minus 4 doesn't need to change. X plus 1/3, yeah, sure, if you want to deal with that, that's fine, but really we like the 3 to attach itself to the x, and we say 3x plus 1. That feels a whole lot better and will probably be easier for our multiplication. So I still have 3 binomials to multiply together. I'm going to choose to multiply the second two together. That's just my preference. I'll leave the 2x minus 1 alone for a bit, x times 3x gives me 3x squared. X times 1 gives me x, so positive x. Negative 4 times 3x is negative 12x. I'll line it up. And negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Let's add this up, and I've got 3x squared. If I have one thing and I take 12 away, now I have negative 11 things, x, and minus 4. And now I'll put that in parentheses, and I don't want to forget that there still is one more factor, the 2x minus 1. All right, we're almost there. Triple distribution to go. 2x times 3x squared, 2x times negative 11x, 2x times negative 4. A little sprinkler system here, right? Distribution. 2x times 3x squared gives me 6x cubed. 2x times negative 11x is negative 22x squared. And 2x times negative 4 is negative 8x. If you do this the same systematic way, you'll see your exponents will start to decrease in order. And that's kind of a nice way to line everything up, I guess. Let's see, we've got brown coming. Negative 1 times this, negative 1 times this, negative 1 times this. So negative 1 times 3x squared is negative 3x squared. Like terms lined up. Negative 1 times negative 11x makes positive 11x. And negative 1 times negative 4 makes positive 4. Let's draw our line and add it all up. Let's get a nice name for this. Let's call it m of x. Marsh of x. Here we go. 6x cubed, nothing combines with that. I have negative 22 things, and I take 3 more away. That's negative 25 things, x squared being the thing. I had negative 8, but I added 11, so now I'm in the positive, 3x, and plus 4. And that's it. That's our polynomial. Sure, it might take a long time, but that's what we do. Convert the roots to factors. Multiply the factors together in whatever order you would like. Watch out, attention to detail, please, and then combine everything and put it in standard form. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and we'll practice all of this in class next time. I'll see you then. See ya.